Darius McCrary made his film debut in the 1987 comedy Big Shots.
Scams from the streets.
I ain't no boy and I don't drink no milk.
His most popular role to date has been Eddie Winslow on the super successful sitcom Family Matters. He's one of a handful of actors who has made a smooth transition from child star into a veteran actor. But unfortunately, his adult years have exposed many of his alleged issues. And the negative publicity has only managed to get worse and worse. This is a story about 3 marriages, 3 divorces, and a whole lot of drama. Before we get started, don't forget to grab something to eat at rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of delicious brisket beef jerky, bacon jerky, and popcorn. Okay, now let's jump into today's video. In 2005, Darius fell in love with a Las Vegas showgirl named Juliette Vaughn. According to The Sun, after just 4 months of dating, they got married in December 2005. 5 weeks later, their marriage was over. With his quickie marriage behind him, he had other things to worry about, such as a vicious internet rumor. In 2006, a gossip website posted a blind item about an unnamed actor from a popular black sitcom who was deliberately spreading HIV. The website posted an email from a woman who identified herself as Darius's ex-girlfriend. The woman stated she discovered Darius was infected with the virus after finding HIV medication in one of his cabinets. A columnist for AOL Black Voices decided to put the rumors to rest by contacting Darius to get to the bottom of things. In response, Darius said the malicious rumor was completely false and he knew who was behind it. He was sure it wasn't his ex-wife Juliette because they were still friends, but he was positive it was one of his scorned ex-girlfriends who was spreading the terrible allegation. He added, "I don't want to give the person too much energy who did it, but it's definitely a bunch of bull." Moving on from that situation, he had a brief encounter with a woman named Elizabeth Alonely, which resulted in the birth of a baby boy named Zachariah. It's unclear if Darius and Elizabeth ever had a proper relationship, but by the time his son was born, Darius had already moved in with his new girlfriend, video vixen Corinne Steffens, also known as Superhead. Superhead is known for claiming to have hooked up with several high-profile men in the entertainment industry, including Bobby Brown. According to Darius, Bobby tried to warn him to stay away from her, but instead, Darius and Superhead got married in 2009. But things began to unravel quickly. During a heated argument, Superhead claimed Darius put his hands on her in front of her then 12-year-old son. Just short of 1 year of marriage, they got divorced. A restraining order later instructed Darius to stay at least 100 yards away from her. As he dealt with the fallout from his second divorce, Darius also had other things to deal with. He was initially granted joint custody of his son Zachariah, with Darius taking care of him in Los Angeles during the school year and his mother Elizabeth taking care of him during the summer in her hometown in Michigan. In 2010, court documents stated Elizabeth asked for a modification of their custody agreement. In her complaint, she argued that Darius was trying to alienate her from their son. Elizabeth claimed not only did Darius avoid responding to her parenting time requests, but there were instances when Darius had their son living with random family members, which was a violation of their custody agreement. Determining Darius's actions could cause a significant effect on their son's well-being, their custody agreement was revised in 2013. Elizabeth was granted primary custody during the school year, and Darius was given custody of his son during the summer. You would think that the custody battle would have kept him busy, but Darius still made time to find wife number 3. This time, the lucky woman was Tammy Bronner, a Harlem Globetrotters basketball player. They got married in 2014, and in March 2015, Darius found himself in a sticky situation. After failing to pay $5,500 in back child support for his son Zachariah, a judge gave him 2 options: either make the payment or get locked up for 14 days. According to TMZ, Darius chose to go to jail, but was released after a few hours. Weeks later, he was back in court to fight for full custody of his son, who was 7 at the time. According to online sources, Darius told the court his son was scared to return to his mom's house in Michigan because her new partner was allegedly physically punishing him. According to Darius, his son became hysterical when it was time for him to fly from Los Angeles back to Michigan. Police were called to the airport, and Darius said he was told by the officers that he could keep his son in California. And this caused Elizabeth to file an emergency motion in Michigan, accusing Darius of breaching their parenting agreement. As a result, a warrant was issued for Darius. After a court hearing, the judge ruled the child had to be returned to Michigan so the case could be handled properly. Elizabeth flew out to Los Angeles and met Darius at the Hollywood police station so she could regain custody of their son. Through the years, he and Elizabeth continued to battle over custody, and they even dragged his ex-wife into the mix. Superhead joined forces with Elizabeth and swore under oath that she once witnessed Darius hit the child with a spoon. According to TMZ, Superhead later admitted she lied under oath because she was, quote, hurt and upset over their divorce. He and Tammy found out they were expecting a baby, and Tammy claimed that after notifying the Harlem Globetrotters of her pregnancy, she was fired. Being unemployed was the least of her worries. When she was 8 months pregnant, she claimed Darius threw a cell phone at her, and the incident caused her to obtain a temporary restraining order against him. Their daughter Zoe was born in October 2015, and things continued to go downhill for the couple. TMZ reported Tammy made several claims about Darius's destructive and unstable behavior. Court documents were also filed, stating he used substances and drank heavily on a regular basis. She also accused him of holding their daughter over a pot of boiling hot water when she was 8 or 9 months old. Darius's lawyer clapped back by stating Tammy's goal was to get money out of Darius since she didn't have a job and was in need of cash. They finally decided to go their separate ways, but their divorce battle lasted for 2 years, and they were both granted restraining orders against each other. As their divorce proceedings lingered on, Darius fell on hard times. He told the court he owed $90,000 to the IRS and had an income of $462 per month. He had to move in with his aunt and uncle and claimed he could no longer afford to pay child support. According to the blast, he asked the court to lower his payments to $29 per month, and the court agreed by applying a low-income adjustment to his child support agreement. And then came more issues. In March 2018, Tammy accused Darius of dislocating their daughter's arm. She also claimed he had been skipping his mandated co-parenting classes. In February 2019, Darius and Tammy's divorce was finalized, and Tammy was granted primary custody. Darius's financial situation had improved as well, so his child support payments were bumped up to $1,366 per month. He was also ordered to take 2 random substance tests over a 60-day time period. These days, Darius claims to be the father of another child, a baby girl named Kennedy. It's unclear who the mother is. He also appears to have a strong relationship with his daughter Zoe. But a January 2021 Twitter post about his son Zachariah leads us to believe that he's still having custody issues with his baby mama, Elizabeth. He made headlines once again when he began openly flirting with transgender reality star Sidney Starr. After exchanging cute comments on Instagram and posing together for a photo shoot, Sidney said she and Darius were great friends. But no one really believed her. Darius addressed the allegations himself in an Instagram Live.
Well, y'all are discussing these rumors that aren't true. We eating.
And they aren't true either. They are not true, okay?
Okay, I mean, but I will say this. What are we in high school? You gonna tell me who I can be friends with, who I can't hang out with? Huh? Yeah, and I think that my fiance would really have something different to say. That's the focus. That's what y'all should be focusing on, where that ring is.
And although he's had a rocky relationship history up to this point, we wish him the best. Let us know if you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching RRG.